Hello all, it's your girl Tiffany, Madam Luscious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, High Priestess. I am here for a murder mystery tonight. I do hope each and every one of you are feeling well and you're doing well. Well, actually, it's in the wee hours of the morning, but it's still dark outside, so it's still night, technically, kind of. Can y'all see like this, or you want me to cut on this other light? Because I'll be getting tired of this other light, but I want to make sure y'all can see. Okay, I guess I'll just do it like that. Okay, so, like I said, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all are feeling well. Tonight, like I said, I'm doing a murder mystery. Um, the only thing that really kind of frustrates me about this situation is like, yeah, double jeopardy applies. So this individual can't be retried, but anywho, so I figured I would do a reading on this anyway because this person just don't sit right with me. I always knew something was wrong. I like literally watched the whole case, like from the moment that it was happening in like real time and everything. And yeah, I just knew there was just lies and deception all over the place. So I did a reading for Casey Anthony on tonight. And if you all recall, Caylee Anthony was found. She was missing for a while, but she was eventually found not far from home. And she had been wrapped up with duct tape on her mouth, and the poor baby had been killed, okay? And she was like just tossed aside like she was nothing. And it was so much craziness around that case. Casey Anthony never sat right with me. I knew something was wrong. Like the signs and the symbolisms was all over that case. I knew the powers that be had a hand in the things that was going on. Like the red flags was flying everywhere. Okay, so this was like high profile case, everything, and like I believe everybody was kind of tuned in to this situation. So I'm going to bring some clarity to the situation on tonight. And I did do a spirit reading for this situation. And I also laid out a spread here of several different messages, some from the archangels, some from guardian angels, some from the Most High. We have just different messages here that we're going to go through in just a minute. But most of you all, I believe, are familiar with Casey Anthony. If you're not, just Google it. You'll see. But this girl, this lady, she was like a habitual liar. She still lived at home with her parents. She wouldn't keep a job. She like lied about working at Universal Studios and all kinds of crap. So, what really kind of rubbed me the wrong way with her, because the entire time that, well, first of all, Caylee Anthony was missing for like over a month before anybody even knew that she was missing. Okay, so throughout this entire time that Caylee was missing, her mom was like partying and kicking it, drinking, getting high, getting tattoos, having sex, just doing what she wanted to do, like living it up, like. So I'm like, something is totally wrong with this because, and then, she made up this story about, oh, Caylee is with Zanny the nanny. I'm like, that is total bull. But anyway, but it was a high profile case. The powers that be was like all over it. I seen the signs and the symbolisms and the red flags like everywhere. The dad is an ex cop, so I'm like, I'm like, all the dots are connecting. Like, oh, that case like really irked my nerves. Nevertheless, you all, I did a spirit reading about this situation, okay? And when I get through with this, y'all are really gonna kind of be pissed off. But at the same time, you're gonna get an understanding as to why she eventually ended up getting off and everything. But ugh. Anyway, child. So, like I said, this is pertaining to the person who was murdered was little baby Caylee Anthony. But and in remembrance of her, I'm speaking on the individuals who had something to do with that. So I'm speaking about Casey Anthony tonight. No child deserves to be treated like that or to go through what that baby did and everything. But so I'm going to tell you all some things that was hidden in the trial, okay, in the entire case. And every investigator, every person who has covered this story and everything just, ain't going to give it to you like this, okay? So, first of all, let me just start off with my spirit reading. I asked my spirit guides, was Casey Anthony involved in the death of her child? My spirit guides told me yes, in fact, she was. I asked my spirit guides, was there a cover up in the Casey Anthony's case? My spirit guides told me yes, of course. That's like all too obvious. The dad was an ex cop. And there were other signs and symbolisms that I seen that clearly let me know that they was in, if you will. But yeah. So the cover up came from high up. You understand me? So this was like orders coming down from, high levels, high ranking, okay? I asked my spirit guides, was there, excuse me, y'all, totally thought I turned this app off, from when I was working. Give me just a second, guys, I do apologize. Um, okay, so my spirit guides tell me that there was a cover up in the case, and it was because, well, one of the reasons was because of the fact that Casey's dad used to be a cop, okay? But it was also because of the simple fact that the family and themselves are sold out to these satanic powers that be. They are sellouts. You understand me? So, that was the reason, that was more so the reason why the cover up was on, okay? But it contributed to the fact that the dad used to be a cop as well. So I asked my spirit guides, is Casey Anthony, or did Casey Anthony, was she the one who buried Caylee Anthony? My spirit guides tell me yes. Okay, so not only was she involved in the death of her child, she is in fact the one who buried her where she did. And there was some time that went by, but Caylee was eventually found. She was actually found in like this landfill, this type of area, not far from her house. So it was really stupid, but yeah. I asked my spirit guides, did Casey's parents know she killed Caylee? My spirit guides tell me yes. In fact, they did. Like I said, these people are sellouts to these satanic powers that be. I always got that feeling that they, knew a little bit more. I can't say for certain that right off the bat they knew, but the fact of the matter is, at whatever point that they did know, the cover up was totally on. Like, everybody went through great lengths to, fabricate things, put things into motion, cover things up, and this, that, and the other to the best of their ability. But the fact that really and truly, Casey Anthony was like, she made it, being in or not, I just really kind of feel like she made it hard for the powers that be to even cover up for her, just because of the simple fact she was so careless and reckless. There was just like stupid things that even if somebody wanted to cover you in some type of way, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, there was a search on the computer that only she was using during the time that the parents was at work or gone from the house. On her laptop and things was like different type of chemicals and drugs and different type of things or whatever that she was thinking about using on Casey. There was just like all kind of weird searches. Then there was the fact that she's a habitual liar. She literally lied about working altogether. So she lied to her parents about graduating from high school. She lied about working. They would babysit for her while she went out and partied, but they thought she was at work. Like, this girl was a habitual liar. She lied to the police and told them that she worked at Universal Studios. She literally went with the police to Universal Studios and was like walking around speaking to people like, "Hey, how you doing?" You understand me? Like, this woman never worked there, okay? So they're walking around and they're like, "Okay, well, tell us where your office is or whatever." And they ended up like on a dead end hallway or something like that. And then all of a sudden she was like, "Ah, you know what? I don't even work here. Gee, thanks." You understand what I'm saying? So, like, she made it hard for the powers that be to cover up for her, even even if they wanted to. Like, I mean, and that's just how bogus the case is, and how you know that, because it was so much evidence that pointed to nobody but Casey, and she still got off. Okay, then there was the situation with Zanny the nanny. Supposedly she had a nanny named Zanny. Okay, she literally took these people to this certain residence. The place was completely empty, vacant. Okay, and then when they talked to the people, nobody had even been staying there, even when somebody was staying there, by Zanny the darn nanny. And then she lied and said that she found this nanny through a friend that she worked with at Universal Studios. Well, we've already come to the conclusion that she never worked at Universal Studios. So that was a lie. Okay? There was no freaking nanny. How many women do you know would drop their kid off with the nanny and just let your child stay with the nanny for like over a month? Like, be for real. And then she came up with this story. Oh, Nanny called, or Zanny called me, and she's refusing to give her back. But she came up with this lie like later. Like, at whatever point your babysitter don't give you your kid back, you're gonna let somebody know like right away. You understand what I'm saying? So it was just like so much, and it all pointed back to Casey. She really made it hard for the powers that be to cover her up, but they still went on and did whatever, just because the simple fact that the entire family are sellouts, including Casey, and the father used to be a cop and stuff. So, like, it was crazy. It was wild, y'all. So, I asked my spirit guides. This came out in court. Um, I found it very interesting as well, because while they had her, because at some point when the police realized that she was just steady line, they did arrest her, okay? And then there was like some other little petty crimes that she had committed and things like that, so they were just kind of holding her off of those things. But during this time, like, her mom and dad would come and visit her. She'd make calls to them and talk to them and different family members and things like that or whatever. What was so interesting to me is that she was always so friendly, even more friendly with her dad than she was her mom. But in court, her team, now I don't understand what this has to do with the hell what happened to Caylee. You understand me? Like, if you had problems or issues with this, babe, you should have got you some counseling, or perhaps told somebody when it was going on. But as of right now, you're really friendly with daddy. You understand? So why is this being brought up in court, and what does this have to do with Caylee being missing, and then ultimately Caylee being dead? Nevertheless, it was brought up in court that her dad was molesting her when she was a kid, and this is the reason why she learned how to lie. What? I'm sorry. What? That has nothing to do with what happened to Caylee, okay? Where is Caylee? We're not talking about your childhood issues, okay? And obviously, there isn't that much of an issue because you're really friendly with daddy. But nevertheless. However, I said all that to say I did ask my spirit guides about the situation. I asked my spirit guides, did Casey's father really molest her as a child? My spirit guides say yes. So, I guess I mean, my spirit guides say yes, he did, but, obviously she grew up still being cool, being daddy's little girl. So, hey, it is what it is. I guess that's kind of like, incestuous type of things and all that kind of stuff just kind of goes on in these circles of sellouts or whatever, child. I don't know, but that's what it is. Nevertheless, my spirit guides tell me that Casey killed her daughter so that she can go out and have a good time without the responsibility of a child. Now, this was the main reason for her, but you have to know at this point that Caylee was a sacrifice. Caylee was a blood sacrifice, not only for Casey, but for the family. I told you that they are sellouts to these satanic powers that be. You cannot be in any type of prominent position, make any, massive amount of money like that, really, or have this, anything on a grand level like that. Like if when you sold out to these satanic powers, it really doesn't matter. But when you sold out to these satanic powers that be, at some point, like sacrifices have to be made. You understand? These sacrifices have to be made because this is how they keep their gods fed. So Caylee was a sacrifice, but Casey's ultimate reasoning for being all too eager with going along with this, with doing this, is because of the simple fact that she wanted to go out, she wanted to have fun, she wanted to have the good time, she wanted to live careless and reckless, she wanted to live free as a bird. You know how careless and reckless you are between your teenage years and like your middle 20 years. Like she wanted all of that. She just didn't want any responsibilities. She wanted to drink, she wanted to get high, she wanted to have sex, she wanted to travel, she wanted to be able to come and go as she pleased without any responsibility of a child, which is another thing that she lied about also with her boyfriend. Like the actual she, Casey was doing so much. I don't even think she knew who the baby's father was. Who she originally claimed that it was. It turned out not to be his. And the one guy that was in her life that really liked her, that really loved her, who was going to step up and be willing to take care of her and Casey, like the parents didn't like him. And I'm like, he was like the one guy that I heard of that seemed like he halfway gave a damn about somebody as reckless as Casey and the daughter. And I believe that he is also possibly the father. But they like totally excommunicated him. The parents didn't like him, especially the mother for some reason. But he was like the better picking out of everybody that she screwed. Like everybody else was literally like booty calls. But whatever. So that's that. My spirit guides also tell me that Casey Anthony sold out to these satanic powers that be. I had already told you all that. However, like I kind of felt that, but I originally thought that she did so after she got in this trouble. Like they came at her with some kind of deal or something. If she sell her soul, if she go along with, selling out to these satanic powers that be, then, they would either drop charges or reduce, sentencing or charges or something. I thought that she did so after they arrested her. No. Come to find out, they were already sold out to these powers that be. You had a father that worked in law enforcement, which means he worked with government. You understand me? So like they were already sold out to these satanic powers that be. So and that goes for more than just her, but I specifically asked about her on this question. And my spirit guide says she indeed sold out to these powers that be. Also my spirit guides were telling me, I kind of felt this because I'm like, I understand like her mom and her dad like helped her out some, like I guess they probably had a decent little nest egg, or, some kind of whatever they had for financing and things like that, or whatever. But my spirit guides tell me that Casey was having sex with her attorney. Now, I find this quite interesting, um, because Casey, if last time I checked, she was in a relationship, and I think they even said married her lawyer's brother. Like, once she got out of jail, she got in a relationship with, and I believe they said married her lawyer's brother. But during the time of this trial, she was screwing her attorney. I guess she had to pay off them attorney fees some kind of way, babe, but they was getting it in. That's what my spirit guys say. Um, my spirit guides also tell me that Casey killed Caylee by smothering her. Okay, because it was skeptical as to, what exactly she done to her. Because, like I said, there was the searches of the different. It was some kind of drug. I can't even. I swear, as soon as I get off here, I'm gonna think of it. But she was searching for different types of drugs and different things to, like, put her to sleep or knock her out or drug her up or something like that. I don't want to say propofol, however you say that. I don't think it was that, but it sounds like something like that. Maybe it was. I'm gonna have to go back and look, but so that was one of the things that, like, piqued people's interest. It was like, did she, was Caylee drugged in some kind of way? But, like, when she was eventually found, like, this girl had duct tape wrapped around her mouth. Like, it was like not just on her mouth, it was wrapped around her whole freaking head. um it was crazy. Also, another thing, when they found her car, like, it smelled like a decomposing body. So I believe, like, this girl, like, literally killed her kid, threw her in the back of the trunk, and left her in there for this. Like, this is how careless and reckless this chick is. Like, she was a grown woman, but she literally had the mind frame of like a 10-year-old or something. It's crazy. But I believe the body was, like, possibly in the car or something, before she decided to dump her somewhere, which is completely stupid considering the fact that you were dumb enough to drop her off right down the street from your house. But then she ended up not, she was lying about working. So she wasn't making any money like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless she was giving it up to somebody that was breaking bread on her. She had no income of her own. She was, had pretty much drained her parents dry for all she can get out of them. And it was pretty much the same thing with anybody that she fooled with. So one day when she ran out of money, she, like, abandoned her car. Um, in, like, some parking lot of some store or something like that, just because she didn't have gas. Like, you just abandon a whole car with nothing wrong with it. Which was another red flag. It's like, like nobody was gonna find out whose car that was, considering the fact the car was registered in her parents' name. So when the car got picked up, they end up calling the parents, and it's like, hey, we got your vehicle down here. It's gonna cost such and such to get it out. So they go and get it. They bring it back, and the whole car literally smells like death. But nevertheless, so that was another red flag there with that situation. Um, I asked my spirit guides, did Casey ever work for Universal Studios? My spirit guides say no, of course. I believe everybody knew that was a freaking lie, especially when she, like, literally went with the police there. Like, how do you keep a lie up like that? You understand? At the point, it's one thing for you to tell this lie, but at the point when the police officer was like, okay, come on, we're just going to go down to your job, okay? Just show us what kind of work you did. You, like, before you left and got in the car with them, on the way there, getting out the car, walking through the gates, walking all around this park, and everything. Like, you don't say that. Like, she literally played her role to the T until it got to the point where it was like, just dawned on her. Like, they ended up walking down this hall way that was, like, dead end. Like, you couldn't go anywhere. And they're like, so where's your office at? Like, where were you working? What were you doing? Because I believe she told them she was, like, some kind of manager or something. It was stupid, y'all. It was so crazy. It was such a lie. It was just so radical. But yeah. My spirit guide says she never worked for Universal Studios at all. Um, I asked my spirit guides, did Casey really have a nanny named Zanny? My spirit guides say no. That was another fabricated story. It was made up. This woman like literally don't exist. If there is, because I think she said the lady's name was Zanada, Zan something, but they called her like Zanny for short or something like that. This was like somebody else's whole freaking name. And I believe this lady had to show up at some point in time and say, hey, look, this is my name, but I don't have nothing to do with these people. I don't even know that lady. So like she literally made this up, and like Zanny rhymes with nanny. You understand how stupid and childish a lot of the stuff she said really was? It was crazy. So, but this is what's gonna throw y'all for a loop. My spirit guides tell me that Casey did not kill Caylee alone. So this girl not only got off and acquitted for the murder of her daughter, police and authorities are unaware that somebody helped her pull this off. Okay? But I got the tea. Okay? Um, so my spirit guides tell me that Casey had a friend to help her kill Caylee. Okay? This person is a woman who helped Casey kill her daughter. Um, this woman is a woman that's in power. Okay, that helped her. This individual is, so this is not just like one of her random little friends around her age that she hung out with and chilled and kicked it with. This was a woman, and she was a more mature woman, and she's a woman in power. Okay. My spirit guides also tell me, um, okay, so let me just tell you all this. There was this, I think he's like a bounty hunter or something like that or whatever, because the case became so big. So like this man ended up traveling down to where they're from. He like used his money to put up um, Casey's bail to get her out of jail, right? But he literally did so um, with the efforts or under the pretenses that, okay, I'm gonna get her out of jail, I'm gonna go over here with the family and her, I'm gonna get her to talk. But Casey wouldn't bite, and so he was like, forget it, you know what I'm saying? She ended up going back or whatever. But during this time while she was out on bond, she went back to her parents' house. They're at home one night, right? Ding dong, the doorbell rings. Okay, they go to the door, nobody is there, it's only a box of pizza. Yeah, pizza. So they go in the house. They're like, wow, okay, somebody just sent us a free pizza. How weird is that? Ding dong, door rings again. Guess what? Nobody is there. It's another box of pizza. I know all of you know about Pizzagate, okay? And we already know the little freaky, creepy little I don't know what you want to call them, little code words that is used for underage children who, yeah, okay, pizzas, hot dogs, ice cream, walnuts, like salt, like all kinds of stuff, okay? Um, it's crazy. So this happened like 2 or 3 times. Like the doorbell kept ringing and they go to the door, nobody's there. It's a box of pizza, right? So I asked my spirit guides about this. And my spirit guides, I asked my spirit guides, I said, when the pizzas kept being sent to Casey's family's house when she was released on bail and she was out on bond, um, uh, my spirit guides tell me that that was a subliminal message to them from the powers that be. How you love that. I was like, wow, I knew it. I knew it all along. I knew it when I heard them say that. I'm like, girl, please, look, I don't nobody care about you and your family that much where they just sending y'all free pieces. And then, like, even if somebody did, it's not to say that, you know, They could have had a friend that knew Casey was out on bond. You know what I'm saying? The family's going through a stressful time. You know, gonna send them some food over here or whatever. It is possible. Okay, there's a lot of things that are possible. But if that was the case, say if I'm going to get a friend of mine some food and I'm gonna send it to them. Okay, I've ordered this food. I've purchased this food. Take them this food to this address. Give them the food all at one time. No, it didn't happen like that. There was one box of pizza left at the doorstep every time they came to answer. And this happened like 2 or 3 times. Okay? So this was subliminal messages. Now, during this time, the bounty hunter was at the house. Now, I told you that the bounty hunter used his own money, like traveled down there to where they were, used his own money to bail out Cassie, right? Under the pretenses that he thinking, okay, when she's out of jail, she's back in the comfort of her own home, she gonna start talking, she gonna slip up. He's a bounty hunter, for goodness sake, okay? So he feeling he gonna get the tea. You know what I'm saying? He gonna find out what the hook really be. You feel me? But Casey got real disrespectful and nasty with him, and back to jail her behind went with her trifling childish self. And that's what she get. But at the same time, she ended up not saying a word. But see, the powers that be was behind the scene watching the whole time. And them sending those pieces was a subliminal messages for them to keep their mouths closed and not to say nothing about what they knew. Right? Okay. So my spirit guides tell me that Casey Anthony's parents are sellouts to these satanic powers that be as well. Okay? Also, y'all, let me tell you the tee on this. Casey's behavior seems so weird and strange. Like 1 minute she was like spaced out. The next minute she had this creepy duper delight smile on her face. The next minute she was in court looking like little Susie Homemaker. The next minute, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, it was crazy. It was all over the place. Well, my spirit guides tell me that Casey Anthony was under MK Ultra mind control. I was like, what you say? But the girl was under mind control. She was being controlled the entire time that she was in jail. Okay? Even before then. And even now. Okay? Because once you sell out to these powers that be, you understand, you sold out for life. Okay? Ooh, child. Y'all don't even understand how deep this get. Okay, so my spirit guides also let me know that Casey Anthony, excuse me, I'm sorry, not Casey. Caylee Anthony was killed as a blood sacrifice for the family. Now, I told you all this in the beginning. There was more than one reason that this baby was killed the way she was, but you not even going, oh, y'all. You remember when I told you that I asked my spirit guides, did Casey's father indeed molest her when she was growing up, when she was a kid? And my spirit guide said yes. Well, baby, look. On top of the fact that they are sellouts to these satanic powers that be. Well, there was a whole lot other things that was going on with Caylee before she came up missing and popped up dead. Let me tell you that. So, not only was this baby a blood sacrifice, which was after the fact of what she was already going through, okay? My spirit guides tell me that Caylee Anthony was being pimped out to the powers that be before she was sacrificed. Y'all, this was the reason for the boxes of pizza. It was a subliminal to tell them to keep their mouth closed, but it was also a subliminal because that's how they see the girls, okay? Those who are these girl lovers or whatever, they refer to them as pizza, okay? That's the reason why the pizzas were sent to their house. Caylee was being like passed around. I call it pimped out, which essentially that's what it is, okay? Which basically mean because they were sellouts, they was allowing her to go certain places with certain individuals, you could say in power, and she was being molested. And my spirit guides tell me that this baby was going through satanic ritual abuse. Now, anybody that know about SRA know satanic ritual abuse practically starts in your infancy. By the time you are 6 years old, you are likely to have already been. Now you're being molested from in your infancy on up, but by the time you are 6, you have likely been penetrated. Okay? Now, there's a lot of other things that tie into satanic ritual abuse. The key word, satanic. So we're talking about like witchcraft, sorcery, and all other kind of things, like ritualistic things going on, sex ritualistic things going on, y'all. So, which could be another reason on top of the other two reasons, on top of the fact of her being a sacrifice, and on top of the fact that Casey just wanted to live this careless, reckless lifestyle that she wanted to live. That baby, she was born into this stuff. You have to understand, when your people are a part of this, that, and the third, when you are born, you come in as an innocent life. She was born into something that they was already a part of and in. Thus, you can trace that back to what Casey went through in her childhood. She too was going through satanic ritual abuse. She too was a part of this occult. She too, her and her family are the sellouts. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all, this thing gets so much deeper. Y'all don't even understand. So like I said, satanic ritual abuse was being done on Caylee before she even died. Thus is the reasoning for the pieces randomly showing up at the house. So my spirit guides also tell me that Casey Anthony was paid for the sacrifice of her daughter. This is the reason why little mama running around here living so good the way she is right now. She was paid for the sacrifice of her daughter. She was a blood sacrifice, baby. These powers that be paid her well, and they all played their role. You understand? Like, and this is ultimately the reason why she ended up getting off in the first place. Okay? So I asked my spirit guides, did Casey Anthony parents know Caylee would be a sacrifice? My spirit guides tell me yes. So they were playing their role too. Okay? So my spirit guides also let me know that the woman that helped Casey kill her daughter is her name begins with A. Her first name begins with A. Her last name begins with G. And I get a Amber Garrett. Amber Garrett is what my spirit guides are telling me. This lady is a white lady. This lady is wealthy. My spirit guides tell me that she has blonde hair, hazel eyes, and she was between the ages of 40 and 50 at the time that this crime took place. Okay? Okay. Well, y'all, that concludes the spirit reading for Casey Anthony in regards to Caylee Anthony's murder. So, first I'm going to start off with the spirit guide messages. I have family disloyalty and betrayal here. Family disloyalty and betrayal. Okay? And then I also get fake family. Next, I have satanic sellouts, the occult, sacrifice, secret societies, and then I get schemes of teams. So there are schemes of teams whom are sellouts to these powers that be. Okay? Next spirit guide messages, I got the devil in disguise, wickedness, evil, two-faced, demonic, shapeshifters. Okay? And then I get the message, backstabbers. Okay. So I did pull I did do a tarot reading for her as well. Now, pertaining to this situation, the first card that came out was the Lovers card. Now, the Lovers is all about choices. This talks about like making choices within your love life between partners or something like that, making some type of choice, making some type of decision. Um, um, Pertaining to this case, I feel like Casey made this choice with other people to go along with the blood sacrifice of her daughter Caylee Anthony. Next, I get the Knight of Wands. Okay, this person, or I'm sorry, the King of Wands. Okay, this person, this is a fire energy. This is Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo energy here. The King of Wands talks about practicality. Okay, this is a person who can be in business, who can be in power. This is a leader. This is a strong-willed, strong-minded individual, very fiery energy here. Sitting next to the Lovers, I feel like you see how he has that wand right there. I feel like this is the individual who was calling the shots in the situation, who made this happen. My spirit guides also tell me that this person is a Leo because I got the Leo card on him. So this individual is a Leo. This is somebody who is in power, who is high up the chain of command, who made this whole ordeal go down. Okay, I know that because the next card I got was the Nine of Cups, which talks about a wish. That King of Wands, he is the one who made this hope, wish, or dream come true. Okay, for the family, for Casey Anthony, because like I said, this was a blood sacrifice. When these blood sacrifices are made, there are finances behind it. Okay, and these people make blood sacrifices all the time to come up for new positions, for new titles, for new roles, for large sums of money. And just because the simple fact that they are sellouts, when these powers that be come for you and they want a sacrifice, they come up off that sacrifice. So this Leo here, this fire sign here, he's the one who made this. You see this wand? You see that light coming, stemming from that wand? He's the one who made this wish come true, who made the sacrifice happen, put the plans in motion. And I kid you not, the next two cards is nothing but Pentacles. Now here I have a Knight of Pentacles, okay? The Knight of Pentacles talks about loyalty. Okay, so this blood sacrifice was being done for their loyalty. They're being loyal to these satanic powers that be, considering the fact that they were sellouts. Now this knight here, he is so slow, okay, with the money. You see him holding this coin, but you see how he's riding on this turtle. Like, he moves in slow motion, bringing this money in. However, once the blood sacrifice was done, once it was all said and done, you see the Nine of Pentacles here. You see he's got that coin in his hand, but he's looking directly towards this card here. The Nine of Pentacles talks about gratitude. This talks about finances, money, resources, having gratitude, thanks, appreciation for this large sum of money that they came into for this blood sacrifice that was made. And at the end of this, what do we have? None other than the Ten of Cups, which talks about completions, endings, ending of cycles, completions. It also can speak to gatherings and celebrations and things like that, or whatever. But in this case, we're talking about a completion, ending, because a life was lost, which was the life of little baby Caylee. Okay? And the overall energy, the card that was at the bottom of the deck is the Chariot, okay? The Chariot is all about, it can talk about movement, transportation, fast-paced energy, moving swiftly, moving forward in a fast-paced manner, leaving, traveling. Okay, so this decision was made, and, there was a fast-paced energy on getting it done. Going ahead and getting it done quick. And this King of Wands here, he made it all happen for them. Okay, Also, this person here, the person who was sent in with the money who paid them off, this person is a Virgo. I got the Virgo card on this person. This Knight of Pentacles, this is an earth sign. Um, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo individual. So I got the Virgo card on him. So whoever this guy is who came in with the lump sum of money for them is a Virgo. Okay. And the fire sign guy that's in, excuse me, in power, he was a Leo. Okay. So from my fairies deck, I have precious time. Okay. And this fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. And look how she looks. And really, this is telling you, you see, I mean, she looks just as sinister as Casey. The Most High knows. This, our spirit guides know. Guardian angels, archangels, know that that baby's life was snuffed out. So, what Spirit is saying here, Casey, you better enjoy the little bit of precious time that you got. Because there is a higher power, higher than the powers that be that you are sold out to, that knows what was done to that baby. Now, she is protected right now. She is surrounded by angels. She is in the light. But you better enjoy every bit of precious time that you have. And although you were acquitted, and I believe the double jeopardy applies, the Most High, no. Okay. Next, from my Earthcraft deck of cards, I have Spirit of the South. Okay? Let me see. Let me fix this for you. This is Spirit of the South. You see all that fiery energy? See the triangle in the palm? Complete sellouts. Complete sellouts. Okay, now this card is talking about the Spirit of the South is connected to the element of fire and initiates you to the energy of expansion, radiance, action, and rapid change. Okay? Now, didn't I tell you all that this fire sign is the one? See, Casey and her family, lover, or whoever made a choice. Okay? And this fire sign is the one that made this rapid change happen. Okay? This blood sacrifice. And because of this blood sacrifice, is the reasoning for Casey having what she has now. There was a process, but this Spirit of the South here tells you, okay, this is connected to the element of fire. Like this King of Wands here, who is a fire sign, this Leo here. He initiates you. He initiated Casey. Okay? He was responsible for initiating Casey within these satanic powers that be. And once that was done, the energy of expansion, radiance, action, rapid change came thereafter. Okay? And that's where the blood sacrifice of baby Caylee came into place. Next, from my Archangel deck, I have 3 of Raphael. 3 of Raphael. And this card is so eerie. pertaining to this situation, because it says reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. And you see it's green. This card is green. Oh, they got a whole lot of green for the blood sacrifice of Caylee Anthony. So soon as it was known that the job was done, the plans was put in motion, everybody played their role, all crisis actors on one big stage, because they were all sellouts to these satanic powers that be. And they did what they had to do to keep their positions for higher positions and to ultimately get paid. Now, last but not least, I have a past life. From my past life deck, I have a past life card. This says medicine man or woman. There's a medicine man or woman involved in this situation. Perhaps this is where, or this is the reason why Casey was searching for different pharmaceutical type of drugs, looking for different techniques to knock Caylee out, to kill her. See, she was looking for a way to kill Caylee that wouldn't be so messy and so bloody and, making a big splash of things. She was trying to find a silent way to kill her. Well, she ultimately ended up just suffocating her and getting it over with. Yep. So anyway, you all, that concludes this reading. This is very sad. That baby should not have gone through that. It is so sad. Y'all have no idea just how many people in this world will do anything for money. They sold out to these satanic powers that be. And honey, they are willing to do anything for higher positions, titles, roles. They're willing to do anything to continue to get paid for a new lease on life. It's crazy. But I do know that baby did not deserve that. Nobody deserves that. You don't have the right. I don't care who, what. I don't care what set you claim. You understand me? I don't care what you stand for, what you work, what you worship, what you represent, who you sold out to. You don't have the right to take anybody else's life. Period. You don't have the right to take somebody else's life. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? So, like I said, this is like a really unfortunate situation, considering the fact I think double jeopardy applies and she can't be retried for the same crime again. However, she didn't work in this alone. But, I mean, what's done is done. I doubt very seriously, considering the fact that, the cover-up came from high up. For her and her family, I doubt they're going to renege and go back and change this, that, or the other. But it was good to know. You understand? It was good to know what exactly took place, what exactly happened pertaining to the situation of Caylee Anthony, because even though the mother got, she was acquitted and everything after all of her lies and deceptions, but I kid y'all not, I swear, if this had been anybody else, especially of any other race, child, please, they still be locked up. They still be locked up, child. They would throw away the key, y'all don't even understand. They would just throw away the key. But, look, it's crazy. It is really crazy. But there were other people involved. This mysterious woman, this other woman that assisted her. I'm not sure if, well, my spirit guides say that this lady helped her kill Caylee. But I'm wondering if was it help like just coach her along on what to do, how to go along with it, or was she actually there and like willingly, hands on, participated in and killing Caylee with her? It's crazy. It is seriously crazy, y'all. And yeah, there's so many people connected to this situation, but like I said, what's done is done. Um, and it's over with now, but a life was still lost. However, I doubt very seriously that the powers that be is going to do anything about this one. You understand what I'm saying? Um, Even if they looked into it just to um, just to look into other suspects and things like that, I don't think anything in particular would change about the situation, because it's what's done is done, and that's that. But other people wasn't questioned who are involved, who know further information. So actually something could be done, but pertaining to Casey, I'm not very sure. But like I said, the orders in behind the whole situation and behind that whole case, those orders came from high up, from the powers that be, and it'll probably stay like that, which is rather unfortunate. I'm just so tired of these Decepticon sellout, especially families. They like literally, they're so demonically possessed. They have literally no problem with with um sacrificing their own people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's really crazy. Okay, y'all. Well, I appreciate you all for listening and for watching. You know what, y'all? I just want to ask my spirit guides a question pertaining to this. Give me just a minute. Okay. Okay. So I asked my spirit guides, would the authorities or people connected to this case look further into it, pertaining to other suspects involved? I'm not even sure if y'all can see this, but the answer here, it tells me that there's a spiritual obstacle that's in the way. So yeah, like I said, yeah, they're probably just gonna keep it covered up, because what's done is done, and it is what it is. But that is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate for Casey. Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I do hope that this has enlightened someone pertaining to this situation. For anyone that perhaps needed closure and always had that lagging feeling that something just wasn't quite right, that something was wrong, or there was more to what went on or something. I just gave you that information. So I'm wishing all of you peace, love, and light. As I always say, you all take care of yourself, take care of each other, but most of all, y'all, take care of your babies. Okay, these are precious, innocent lives. Okay, they do not deserve to be hurt, to be misused, to be abused, and just tossed away like they're nothing. All for the sake of your new lease on life, or for the sake of your come up, or your own ill wills or financial stability. Um, that's not how children should be treated. That's not how new life in the world should be treated. And more people need to remember that, take heed to that. Okay. Um, if you all have any suggestions on murder mysteries or missing mysteries that you would like for me to look into, please contact me in the comment section, or you can email me at tiffanyziegler60@gmail.com. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can do so through Cash App. It is Tiff, or is $Tiff Diamond 36. Peace, love, and light, everybody, and until the next time, namaste.